Recording, awesome. Hey you guys, welcome to Essential Oils A to Z. This week we are hitting up the B's and we're going to talk about basil and balance. I'm really excited to get into these because it's kind of heightened my awareness of adrenal fatigue. So you're probably wondering what the H is that. So it's really interesting. If you're somebody who is constantly feeling a sense of overwhelm or often very fatigued, this is something you probably would like to look into. This might be a game changer for you. So what are our adrenals and what's adrenal fatigue? So our adrenals are these little like pierogi shaped, yes, I'm Polish, pierogi shaped glands that sit on top of our kidneys. And what do they do? So they regulate hormone function. And when we're in a fight or flight situation, they push out cortisol and adrenaline, which is great if you're in a situation where you need to fight for your life. But oftentimes what's happening with us is we're feeling this fight or flight emotion or reaction for things like emails and deadlines and making sure things are done at work and our kids are happy and balancing out all the rigors of everyday life. And back in the day, the adrenals put out cortisol and adrenaline so that we could run our asses off away from a saber-toothed tiger. Now, we don't have that kind of stress in our lives anymore, but we still have the adrenal response. So in cases where you're getting those hormones flowing through your body, they're there for a purpose. They're so you can react quickly and save your life or save the life of your family. Now, when we get an email that we need to respond to and our emotions shoot through the roof, we're having those hormones course through our bodies, but the response is to type an email. And we don't burn off those hormones, so they wreak havoc in our bodies. And it's happening quite often, and it's causing us to have this feeling of overwhelm and fatigue, and it can really overwhelm our adrenal glands. And what happens when our adrenal glands get overwhelmed? They stop regulating our hormonal function, and that's where we can start seeing issues in our bodies and not really feel like we have control over what our body's doing. So balance and basil, coincidentally, I didn't pick them on purpose for this, but they're both wonderful responses to adrenal fatigue and keeping our adrenals happy. So let's start with balance. No, I'm sorry. Back it up. Let's start with basil. Basil's a really cool oil. Now, for me, I am obsessed with the actual basil herb, and I put it in literally everything all summer long. We usually have several pots of it growing in the backyard. But basil essential oil is quite delicious, very herbaceous, wonderful in salad dressings and sauces. So I would recommend it just as like an add-on to your spice cabinet for sure. But for adrenal fatigue specifically, there's a couple ways you can use this. So you can use it aromatically, and it does pair nicely with, let's see, I want to see what it pairs nicely with. Citrus oils. So, oh, sorry, I'm not even, that's the ground one blend. Let's back it up. Back it up, 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 back it up. Blends well with bergamot, lime, litsea, and peppermint. So a lot of the citrusy oils. And then I could see it blending really well with peppermint as well. So those are some oils that you could diffuse it with and have that aromatic relief with it. Now, for adrenal fatigue specifically though, what I've been doing is just when I get out of the shower, putting a couple drops in the palms of my hands and rubbing it over my adrenal area. And this will directly affect your adrenals. So that's really a cool way to use it. Because your skin is warm and all your pores are opened, this sucks right up into your skin, and you can actually feel like you wouldn't expect it, but basil gives you like a cool tingly sensation, and it's really, really nice. And then use whatever is left over on your hands and inhale it. So that's one way you can use it for adrenal fatigue. You can also put it, you can rub it into your neck, your forehead, and also just breathing it in like is super, super beneficial. So that's some areas you can use it on. And I would recommend using it like every day for a month and see how you feel. You're gonna feel an emotional relief from this. Basil is also really great for earaches and ear infections. I always recommend it for the littles. You want to dilute it with carrier oil based on their age. Reach out to me if you're curious on different dilution ratios. And then you would apply it to this bone back here, and then along the actual ear, but never inside the ear. And that will help with an ear infection or ear pain. It can be paired with peppermint and applied to the temples and the back of the neck for migraines. So anybody who's a migraine sufferer out there, please look into that. I also think it's really neat to think about what other blends we have that have this oil in it. So it's found in the massage blend, which we talked about last week, the aroma touch blend. And then it's also in the tension blend, which is past tense. And that's really a great oil for headaches and migraines and feelings of tension, just like in your shoulder area. So if you're interested in looking into more of a blend option, those are some that you can try out. So as far as emotional balance for this oil goes, it can take you from feeling inundated to relieved. And I swear, I think we all need a little bit of this in our life. I'm going to pop into the Emotions and Essential Oils book. I think there's a lot to be learned here. So often we talk about our aches and pains, and we very rarely are super honest with people about what's going on in our brains and how we're feeling emotionally. So I think it's really important to kind of tie in all this physical like assistance that the oils can give us, and also really see what it can do for us on an emotional level, because it's twofold. Every time we use it for something physical, we're getting also an emotional benefit from the aroma, and it will change your chemistry too as you're using it topically. It has such a powerful effect on you, and I just like to dive into both aspects of it. So another thing that basil is really great for too is addiction. So we'll touch on that a little bit as well. I'm going to read to you right from this book because I love it. I just love how they speak about the oils. The symptoms of adrenal exhaustion help identify the main moods that are improved with basil, primarily fatigue, low energy, being overwhelmed, and the inability to cope with life's stressors. The smell of basil oil brings strength to the heart and relaxation to the mind. This is an oil excellent for states of nervousness, anxiousness, and despair. Yeah, we all got that. Basil oil supports those who are under a great deal of mental strain. It brings rejuvenation of vital forces after long periods of burnout and exhaustion. Basil oil may strengthen the adrenals and restore the body to its natural rhythms of sleep, activity, and rest. How often do I hear that people have a hard time sleeping or feeling well rested after they have slept? Basil is going to be a great support. Basil oil is also helpful for recovery of negative habits. So that's addiction, folks. And whether it's alcohol, drug, or sugar, caffeine, you got an addiction. So this can help you work your way through that if you're trying to leave it behind. It gives hope and optimism to the tired soul. Basil may assist an individual in giving up false stimulants or helping with substance abuse. By increasing natural energy, it helps individuals to achieve greater balance and health. In short, basil is indicated for those who are weary in mind and body, and for those in need of strength and renewal. Love this oil. Please give it a try. If you're interested, I can also hook you up with a sample if you'd like to see what it is like and give it a try. All right, so another oil that I find super helpful with adrenal support is balance oil. Not in the way where you would use it directly over your kidneys or over your adrenals, but in the way that it calms your emotions. So when those fight or flight responses are happening and you've got cortisol running through your body, balance can balance you out and help you to just regroup and reduce that feeling of overwhelm. What is in the grounding blend? I'll tell you. So balance, the grounding blend. This is like a gateway oil. People love this oil. This is one of the ones that really hooked me in the beginning. I would say breathe and balance were kind of mind-blowing for me, and I really needed it at the time. I needed to feel grounded and balanced. And I use it like perfume. It smells awesome. It balances and like it pairs with a lot of other oils as well. So it's not like super overwhelming and you can't use anything else. This is a beautiful aroma. You'll really, really like it. So here's what's in it. It's a lot of tree oils, tree and root oils. So spruce, hoe wood, frankincense, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. And what's really cool about tree oils is that trees just have like this natural balance about them. If you think about it, you know, they're not in a hurry. They're not worried about what's happening in the future. They are balanced in the present. And if you think about it, I always thought this was cool about trees. If you took a cross section of a tree from the highest branch to the lowest root, you would see that the roots take up the same amount of volume underground as the branches take up above ground. So they're balanced, you know, they're rooted in a way to keep them balanced and upright. And that's what we need so many times in our lives, theoretically, or like on another level, not physically standing up. We can do that, but like emotionally standing up and balanced. That's what we really, really need. And a lot of people that I know feel like they're lacking that. So this is a wonderful oil for stress and anxiety. It can be rubbed on the balls of your feet. A lot of times, if you've ever looked into reflexology, basically what it is a map of your hands, your feet, and your ears. And the oils can be applied to areas like on the foot that are associated with different parts of the body. So specifically for the brain and for where you're processing your emotions and your thoughts, that would be your big toe. So a wonderful place to apply the balance oil for balancing out your thoughts would be your big toe. And you would just take that and rub it in. And then also I think it's kind of interesting to know too that there's fractionated coconut oil in this one. So what that means is it is the essential oils that I talked about earlier. They're mixed with fractionated coconut oil. And what that does is it helps to weigh down the aromatic properties of the essential oil so that more of the chemical constituents are absorbed into your body. And that's really a nice thing. It goes on easy and you can feel it will absorb into your skin quite quickly. So just try it out. Try it out topically. I like to use it on my wrists. I like to use it on my essential oil diffuser bracelets. I even will, use it like perfume. I put it behind my ears. Something else that you can do that's really cool if you have longer hair, put a couple drops in your hands, and after you're done doing your hair in the morning, just apply it to your ends like this. And it not only keeps your ends looking healthy, it also kind of dissipates around you all day long, so you're getting that aroma. And when other people pick up that smell, they're also getting the relaxing and like grounding benefits of this oil. And they don't even know it. They just think you have a pretty perfume on. But what's happening is everybody's mellowing out. And I feel like we need that in the office place sometimes. So for wherever you work, hospitals, everybody needs to chill out a little bit. So the top uses are for stress and anxiety. It can also be used for jet lag, which I think is an awesome thing. So just rubbing it in your hands and breathing it in aromatically. You can use it in the diffuser if you like. Good for neurological conditions. And then what you would do is just apply it to the back of the neck and pulse points. And again, check out some reflexology charts and you can have a good idea of where you can apply it to the balls of your feet, even your hands or your ears. Awesome for meditation. You can just, again, inhale it prior to meditation or use your diffuser or swipe it across your forehead. Great for anger and rage, great for balancing out kids who have a tendency to react really quickly and need to feel more grounded. You know, if you're somebody who is easily pushed too far, you've got an issue with balance, emotional balance. So this can really help you out. Give it a whirl. If you've never tried it before, I'd be happy to send you a sample. It's really, 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 really nice. So the grounding blend or balance can be used neat. And what that means is you don't have to mix it with a fractionated coconut oil because it's already been mixed with fractionated coconut oil. You want to get yourself a book like this. I have The Essential Life, or you can get Modern Essentials. Both books have fabulous apps that you can have on your phone. They're pretty inexpensive, like $5 or $6. And then you have all this information accessible right at the tip of your fingers, because God knows I'm not traveling with this textbook. So you always have a quick reference in your phone. And the reason I want you to have a reference tool like this is because you want to know what you're using and how to use it the best way possible. There are safety instructions for oils. So you're going to notice on the side of the bottle, it will tell you exactly how you can use it. So looking at balance, for aromatic or topical use, diffuse aromatically or to apply topically, dilute with a carrier oil to minimize skin sensitivity. So that's going to be in extreme cases, but they typically will want you to try it out diluted first, just so that you can see how your skin reacts to it. I'm going to tell you, balance is a pretty calm, very, very easy to use oil. So don't stress out too much about this. But in other cases, like let's say ginger oil or cinnamon, cassia, oregano, those are examples of oils that definitely need to be diluted, and it will say, specifically in this book, it has a little exclamation point for safety. And I want to just bring this one to your attention for basil. It says dilution recommended, possible skin sensitivity, caution with pregnancy and epilepsy. So these are the things you just want to be aware of. You want to know, I mean, if these are concerns for you, you want to make sure that you're using the right oils for your body. So get yourself educated, get yourself one of these books. I'm always available to answer questions, but I don't know all the answers. And it's a beautiful thing to be educated and be your own advocate for your body. So highly recommend grabbing yourself one of these awesome books. And then Emotions and Essential Oils. You know, I just bought this about 6 months ago and they just redid the whole book. So if you want to get your hands on this one, you can get it at so many different places. I'd say check out Aroma Tools, check out Amazon, just do a Google search. So Emotions and Essential Oils. And the new one looks pretty cool. So many great resources. Just resource up is all I can say to you. And I will guide you if you have questions on, you know, what are the best books to get. So don't hesitate to reach out. All right, cool. Thank you guys so much for your time. I don't know how long this went. I try to keep it under a half hour. And just so you know, Thursday nights at 8 p.m., you can tune in and I will be chatting about essential oils A to Z. I'm not sure what the next one on deck is, but I will keep you posted on that. And a couple things, just a little bit of housekeeping. We do have some really great promotions going on this month. So if it's been 4 months or more since you've ordered, we have something really cool for you. If you if you get back in with a 100 PV one-time order, you'll get a free Breathe oil with your order, which is freaking fantastic. And then if you do the same thing, 100 PV, but you do it in an LRP order, or this awesome thing called loyalty rewards, where you earn points and have awesome opportunities for free products, which is exactly how I order. You will get both the Breathe and On Guard, which is perfect for this time of year. I swear like 75% of the people I know are sick with something. So that's the Welcome Back program. If it's been 4 months or longer, you are eligible to get free Breathe or free Breathe and On Guard. And then we also have an awesome enrollment incentive. If you don't have a membership yet and you've been thinking about jumping in, but you just haven't gotten around to it yet, or you've had concerns, whatever it is, there's an opportunity right now to get a free red mandarin and a free Serenity. And Serenity oil is equally important, I think, to the Balance oil. It is awesome for feelings of anxiety. And if you have issues with sleep, and again, it's really great at helping to balance out emotions. It's a good time to get in. So reach out if you have questions, if you'd like to sample anything. I am here for you. And I hope to see you next week for the next set of oils. Let me know if you've got any questions on those or any resources that can help you out. Looking forward to seeing you later. Have a great day. Bye, guys.